Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this practice. This practice is designed to give you a little bit of a taste of the style of Hatha Yoga that we teach on our teacher trainings here at Om Som. Whether you're interested in the 100-hour training or 200 or 300-hour training, this practice is just to give you a little bit of an understanding of the different ways that we incorporate all of the elements of Hatha Yoga into a cohesive sequence, whether that's the energetics, the pranayama, the mudras, the kriyas, the asanas, or the meditation practice. I want to give you an understanding of how all of that fits together within the context and the framework of Om Som. The way that we teach is a little bit more traditional in the Hatha style of the Krishnamacharya tradition, and we take a lot of our pranayama and meditative practices from the tradition of the Himalayan masters through the Swami Rama lineage. And so we thread all of these different pieces together within our practices to give a full spectrum experience of yoga. And that's to say that we don't only practice asana and then at a later time only practice pranayama and meditation, that we use the full system of yoga as asana, pranayama, meditation to take you from where you are, the experience of living in the world and going about your day, to an internalized meditative state, because that is the way that yoga has been designed. So in today's practice, we are going to work with the energetic elements called Pran Vayu and Vyana Vayu. Pran Vayu is the movement of prana or energy, which is internalizing and receiving the energy. Vyana Vayu is the energetic movement, which is expansion. So I'm circulating the blood around the body and I'm allowing myself to become more open and vibrant and energized. That you may need a couple of blocks, you may need a bolster. These are completely optional, but at the points where they might be appropriate, I'll let you know. And we're going to start in a seat together. Bring your hands to heart center. And we'll open our practice by taking 3 clearing breaths, and then we'll chant the mantra Om 3 times together. Deep breath in. And then out through the mouth. A deep breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. One more time. And then we'll chant Om together. Deep breath in. Okay, so to start to build the energy, we'll get going with some kriyas. This first one is called Mukha Bastrika, the downward bellow breath. So you bring the hands to the floor in front of you, or the fingertips to the floor in front of you, and then you'll take a deep breath in and you fill up through the nose as deeply as you can. The exhale is through the mouth and you fold forwards with a whooshing sound. At the bottom, you squeeze, 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 squeeze until you're empty. And then inhale to sit back up, filling up again. We continue like that, clearing out. Filling up. Emptying the lungs. Really emptying. Filling up again. That's 5 breaths. We'll do 3 more. Mukha Bhastrika. 3. 2. And 1. Slow breath in. Slow breath out through the nose. And then just allowing some space to notice how you feel. Mukha Bhastrika is designed to really clear out the lungs. Any breath that's stagnant may make you feel a little bit lightheaded. Let's take a moment to notice, and then we'll move into our second Kriya, which is called Kapalbhati. This one maybe you're a little bit familiar with. We take a deep breath in, all the way in, and then all the way out, breathing until you're empty. And then a short breath in, about a quarter of the way. And then you start to very rapidly contract from the lowest part of the belly. Snapping the lower belly back toward the spine. Just continue like this, finding a nice pace, a nice rhythm for yourself, clearing out the nasal cavity and starting to light the navel fire. Keep going for about 20 more seconds. Breathe all the way out. Take a full breath in again. Hold at the top of the breath. We'll just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, a slow breath out through the nose. And then setting an effortless breath for your practice. Again, taking a moment to observe, noticing how you feel physically, mentally, how you feel emotionally and energetically. It's really important that we take a moment after each technique just to witness and understand the effect of that technique. From here, we'll make our way over to all fours. And we'll start to get into our asana practice. I want you to start by circling around the wrists. I'm just starting to warm up the wrists a little bit. And as you circle the wrists, you start to create a little bit of a grip through your fingertips. That grip of the fingertips will activate the muscles in the hands. Circle the other way. It's going to activate the muscles in the wrists. we just start to familiarize the wrists with taking the weight of our body. You'll sit back onto your heels, interlace the fingers, and then just circling the wrists. Circling. Really simple rolls. Circle the other way. Just bringing some blood flow and some warmth into the wrists. Okay. From here, coming back to all fours, we'll move through what's called Chakra Vakrasana. It's really similar to cat-cow. We just add a little bit of extra movement to it. Take a breath in here at all fours. Exhale, press the hips back toward the heels, child's pose. Belly to the thighs, forward to the floor. Inhale to lift up to cow pose. Drop the belly, lift the heart, gaze forward. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back to downward facing dog, lifting the knees, the hips up and back. Inhale to land the knees on the floor. Exhale, child's pose once again. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, landing the knees again. And then we find child's pose. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take 2 more rounds from here. Let it be a simple movement. There is absolutely no rush. See if you can feel the breath and the movement of the body to be the same movement. It's almost as if the breath is a container for the movement. Okay, from here, let's find our way up to downward facing dog. Pausing in downward facing dog for a moment. Could start with a little bit of movement here. Pedaling out the heels, creating a bit of space. And then let's land the knees on the floor. You make your way up to a kneeling position so that you're kind of standing up, but you're on your shins. And from this position, you'll step the left foot out to the left-hand side. It's going to step off the mat. That's okay. Bring the left hand onto the left knee. Reach the right arm up with a deep breath in. And then exhale to lean over to the left-hand side for Parigrasana. One more breath here. Come back through center. Changing legs. So the right leg will extend out to the right side. Right hand onto the knee, left arm comes up as you breathe in, and exhale, lean over to the right hand side. The same thing, reaching the left hand over, plugging the left knee down into the floor, pointing the tailbone down toward the floor. Take one more full breath. Slowly rising up. The knee lands. And then from here, we'll find our way back through downward facing dog. Walk the feet up to the backs of the wrists. And just take a little moment here. You can catch opposite elbows. Be relaxed in your Uttanasana. Relax the neck. Relax the shoulders. And then let's lift up halfway. Exhale to fold down. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale to fold down. One more time, half lift. Folding. And then roll all the way up to standing. Arms come up. Exhale, hands come down by your sides. Pause in Tadasana. And standing at the top of your mat. Feet plugging down into the floor, hip width apart. From here, we'll move through 2 rounds of Surya Namaskar. Take a deep breath in. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, folding down to the earth. And as you inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the left foot back. Land the knee. Inhale, rise up. Bring the palms together, reach back. Anjani Asana. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to downward facing dog. And inhale, come forwards to plank pose. Exhale to land the knees, chest and chin, Ashtangasana. And then inhale to roll up to Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the knees, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot between the thumbs. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, plant the hands, step forwards, Uttanasana. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. And then as you breathe in, rise up. Breath out, hands come down. We move straight into the other side. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale to fold down. Breathing in, lifting halfway. Exhale, this time step right foot back. Back bending, rising up. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, forwards to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Breathing in, rise up to Cobra pose. Breathing out, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg rises up. And as you empty out, step the left foot between the thumbs. Again, that gentle back bend in the lunge. Exhale, step forwards. Right foot meets the left. Lifting halfway up. Folding down. Rising up to stand. Exhale, hands come down. Take a full breath. And then let's do round number 2. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, folding down. Breath in, half lift. Breath out. Step the left foot back. Anjani Asana. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Plank pose. Ashtangasana, knees, chest, chin. Bhujangasana, the Cobra pose. Downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifting. Exhale, stepping forwards. Again into that lunging back bend. And then Uttanasana, stepping left foot to meet the right. Lifting halfway. Folding down. We rise up again. And the hands come down. Second side of the final round. Arms come up. Uttanasana, fold on the exhale. Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. This time the right foot steps back. Sweep the arms up, find the back bend. Downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Knees, chest, chin, exhale. Back bend. Downward facing dog. The left leg lifts, inhale. Step forward. And then rising into the back bend as you breathe in. Uttanasana as you breathe out. Ardha Uttanasana. Fold on the exhale. Rising up. And the hands come down. Just give yourself a moment again to stand, to feel. What is the experience? Maybe you feel the warmth of the blood moving through the body. That movement of the blood is part of Vyanavayu. It gives a heating effect, circulatory effect. It allows us to feel a little bit more vibrant and open. Notice the effect of Surya Namaskar on the body and the mind. Okay. So we'll start to move through some standing postures. We'll start with a variation of Warrior One. I want you to just simply place your hands on your hips, step your left foot back so that you're stepping back about 1 meter. The back heel will land on the floor. If it's a little wobbly, take your feet a little wider. And then place the hands on the belly. We're going to move dynamically in and out of Warrior One. So as you inhale, bend the front knee, take the hands down by your sides. Exhale, the hands come back to the belly. Inhale to open. Exhale, hands come back to the belly. One more time. And then we'll go up to shoulder height. Inhale, spreading your wings. Exhale, hand to the belly. Inhale, opening wide. And then to the belly. One more time. And then again, we'll make an adjustment. This final round, reaching the hands up overhead as you breathe in, bending the knee. And as we exhale, we'll chant Om together. Om. Hands come back to the belly. Inhale, rise into Warrior One. Om. Using the mantra to slow down the pace of the breath. Twice more. Last one. Perfect. Release the hands, step forwards. Find Tadasana. We'll do the same on the other side, stepping the right foot back this time. Again, about 1 meter or so is enough. Land the heel, hands on the belly. First, we inhale, bending the knee, opening the hands down by your sides. Exhale, hands come back to the belly. Inhale to open. Exhale, hands to the belly. One more time. And then we go up to shoulder height. Inhale, open wide. Bend the knee, exhale, hands to the belly. We're working dynamically. That doesn't mean that there's a rush. You're still honoring the breath. Still, the movement of the breath and the movement of the body are felt to be the same movement. Inhale is felt from above as receptivity. Exhale from below as strength. Finally, we'll add in the mantra Om again 5 times. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, chanting together. In and out from Virabhadrasana. Twice more. Last one. Rising up, reaching up, bending the front knee, and then stepping forwards. Back through Tadasana. Moment just to stand, and again feeling. Okay. From here, if you have a block, you could place it between your feet. That's what I'm going to do to set myself up for extended side angle. And then from here, hands to the hips again. We step the left foot back. This time, step back a little bit further. So if you need a counterbalance by leaning the chest forwards, find warrior 2. So you bend the right knee, extend the arms out. Right hand forwards, left hand reaching back. Gazing over the front middle finger. Breath is moving effortlessly in and out of the belly and the chest. And then from warrior 2, we'll find side angle. The right hand is going to come down onto your block. I'm using the high setting. And I'm making a bit of contact between the inner knee and the elbow. The left hand is going to sweep forwards. And as I sweep it forwards, I'm going to look up under the left armpit. If you don't have a block or if this is too much, just place the right elbow on top of the knee. It's going to take a little bit of the intensity out of it. As you extend out through the left hand, you plug the left foot back and down into the floor. You're breathing into the left side body. Left side of the rib cage. One more breath. Slowly rising up. Just come back through warrior 2. Step forwards, back through Tadasana. Take a moment. Take a moment and settle. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Hands to hips. Lean the chest forwards so that you can step the right foot back. Find warrior 2. Again, extend the arms. Open up, Spread the fingers, grow tall. Full deep breaths. From Warrior 2, extended side ankle, left hand landing on your block, right hand reaching forwards. And I like to sweep down, so I point my fingers down, then I reach forwards, and then I start to rotate the rib cage. The left side of the rib cage pulls forwards in space, and the right side, the top side of my rib cage, pulls backwards in space, so that I can create as much length through the right side of my body, extending my side. One more breath. Slowly come back up through Warrior 2. And step the right foot to meet the left. Back through Tadasana. Again, a moment to pause and to feel. Okay, from here, let's make our way down onto our backs. So I want you to just fold down, lift up halfway, plant the hands, step back and land the knees, and then flip over onto your back. And as you lay down, I'm going to give you a couple of options for a gentle inversion. This is called Viparita Karani. Very highly revered mudra from the Hatha Yoga tradition. So option one is you're going to lift up your hips and slide a bolster underneath there. And this is kind of more of a supported variation if you feel like you need a more restful practice today. Bolster under the hips. Extend the legs up toward the sky. Option number two, if you don't have a bolster or if you want a little bit more from your practice, then we're going to kick the feet toward the floor behind the head. One swift motion. It's going to allow you to kick the hips up, and you'll bring the hands or the hips to land in the hands. A little bit of a back bend in the lower back, the lumbar spine. I'm resting my pelvis on my palms so that my legs can become relaxed. And then we're breathing here. Slow, deep breaths. Let's take 3 more breaths. And from here, slowly lowering down. You've got the bolster underneath the hips. You can slide it off to the side. Otherwise, just landing the hips on the floor. Bring the feet in nice and close so that we can set ourselves up for bridge pose. We're going to bring in that mantra chanting again. Using the same mantra, Om. I'm going to move in and out of dynamic bridge and include this chanting. So we'll inhale to lift the hips up toward the sky as well as the arms up overhead. And exhale, the hands by your sides and the hips land on the floor, and see if you can get the hips and the hands to land at the same time. Inhale, coming up through bridge pose. And the exhale this time, let's chant the mantra Om together. Om. Last one. Beautiful. From here, lifting just the hips this time. Maybe interlace the hands and roll up onto the fronts of your shoulders. Find bridge pose in a way that feels supportive, in a way that feels safe. If you want a little bit extra, you can press from bridge pose up into wheel pose. It's possible. You can release the grip of the hands, bring the hands up above the shoulders, hug the elbows together, push up, lift up. And whether you're in bridge or wheel pose, we'll stay for 3 more full breaths. Last breath. Lowering down with the exhale. Lovely work. Take a constructive rest here. Just dropping the knees together and walking the feet wide. Just to release any pressure in the sacrum. Create some space for the low back. Okay, walk the feet back together. Let's find Tadaka Asana. Reaching the legs out long as if you're laying in Shavasana, but then reach the hands up overhead. Interlace the fingers, flip the palms. Create one big long line. The whole body. Palms reaching away, heels reaching in the opposite direction. One more full breath. And releasing. Okay. Once you release, roll off to the right hand side. Make your way up to a seat. And you'll sit up in Sukhasana. Sukhasana is just a basic cross-legged seat. If you'd like, you can sit yourself up on a bolster or a block just to give a little bit of height to the hips. Then we'll take a twist here. So you'll take your right hand back behind you. Left hand comes up with an inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Catch the outside of the right knee with the left hand. Look over the right shoulder. Using the breath. Inhale will pull you slightly out of the twist. Exhale will pull you slightly into the twist. One more breath. Slowly return to center. Same on the other side. Left hand comes back, right hand comes up. Deep inhale. Exhale, twisting to the left. Looking over the left shoulder. Let the breath be deep and slow. Last breath. And then returning to center. Our final asana will be Baddha Konasana, bringing the feet together, the knees wide. You can interlace the fingers around the toes. Lift up nice and tall. Straight spine, deep breath in. With the exhale, fold forwards, reaching the belly button toward the toes. Keep lifting the chest, gazing at the top of the mat. Pulling yourself into a forward fold. You can allow the spine to round a little bit. Let yourself immerse in this inwardness, deep concentration of your practice. From here, slowly rising up, bring the knees together. Lay yourself down in Shavasana. Lay down flat. I want you to really get comfortable. So if you want to slide a bolster under your knees, cover yourself with a blanket. Do whatever you like to be comfortable here. Letting go, unclenching, whole body relaxed. Just take a moment to settle the breath, slow the breath. We'll move through a series of 18 breaths together. And with each breath, I will direct you to hold your awareness at a specific point in the body. We'll begin by taking one breath at the right ankle. And then one breath at the left ankle. And one breath at both of the ankles. The right knee. One breath. Left knee. And then both knees. Next breath is at the right hip. The left hip. And both hips. The right shoulder. Left shoulder. Both shoulders. Right elbow. Left elbow. Both elbows. Right wrist. Left wrist. Both wrists. And then just allowing the whole body to be filled with awareness. Allowing the breath to rise and fall naturally from the belly. Please start to come back into the body and the breath. Waking up the body, deepening the breath. Rolling off to your right hand side and tucking up into a little ball. An opportunity just to feel gratitude. Thank yourself for giving your space to this practice, your time to this practice. And then let's rise up to a seat. This time I will ask you to sit up on something comfortable, something that will support your spine, just for a short pranayama and meditation practice. We'll begin by creating the pran vayu mudra with our hands, and that is to take the thumb, pinky finger, and the ring fingers together to touch, extending the index and the middle fingers out. And we're not touching at the tips where the fingernails are, but at the pads where the fingerprints are. Thumb, pinky, ring fingers. We'll get on the same page, taking a deep breath in. Sighing it out through the mouth. And inhaling for 6 counts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holding at the top for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 6. Hold for 6. Closing the throat and expanding the belly and chest. Exhale for 6. Filling yourself up and expanding, receiving, holding in that expanded position, and exhaling 6 counts. Full breath in. Holding. Exhaling. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. 3 more breaths like this. With each breath, charging yourself up with prana a little bit more. Filling yourself up a little bit more. Final breath. And then returning to an effortless breath, in and out through the nose. Bringing awareness to the surface of the chest, right at the center. You sense the energetic channel which travels from the surface of the chest deep into the cave of the heart, which is more or less within the spine. Just begin by observing that space from the center of the chest into the cave of the heart. You begin to move with the breath, moving awareness along that energetic channel, inhaling from the surface, the chest, deep into the heart. Exhale from the cave of the heart back out to the surface of the chest. Tracing this anahata nadi, energetic channel that leads to the heart. As you become more and more clear in this pathway that leads into the heart, eventually awareness is pulled into the heart and it retains there, holding awareness in the heart. And in the dark cave of the heart, you experience an unflickering flame, a small flame like that of a candle, the flame of the heart. And eventually, just allow your awareness to rest in the flame of the heart. That unflickering flame which is pure, unalterable. And at the flame of the heart, internalized awareness. Allow yourself to expand beyond body and mind. Recognize yourself as this flame in the heart. This is the transcendental part of you. Not the body, not the mind, not the emotions, but the one who is observing the body, mind, and emotions. come to rest in the heart, your heart of hearts. And this is the location of the inner experience of yoga. It unfolds from the heart. And please bring hands to heart center. And we'll close our practice in the same way that we started, just with one sound of Om. Deep breath in. Hari Om. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I'd love to hear how you're feeling afterwards. I hope that you are feeling a little bit more internal, a little bit more settled, and that you got a little bit of a taste for the style of Hatha Yoga that we teach here at Om Som. I would love to unpack the whole system with you on one of our trainings. If you have any questions about this practice, please feel free to send me an email. I'm always happy to have a little bit of a chat. Otherwise, if you're interested in the trainings, you can schedule a call with me on the next page. And hopefully, we'll get to meet you very soon. Hari Om. Tat Sat.